back out in the garage, working on 52R. Oh! So, what I'm working on is a control rod to go from hydraulic control up to the hydraulic tank. Already kind of got started on it. Hey, I'm a doer, not a creator. Anywho, I got the control rod end bent already, and I started putting a little bit of a Z-bend in it. I don't know if it'll show. It's a little long, so we're going to cut her off. This will be some riveting footage, sure. Watch it. Oh, come on, stay in the groove. It's one of those things. Hacksaw. Cutting something off. You would think this would be a simple skill. You just stroke her back and forth. But to do it well and do it efficiently, yeah, it takes a little bit of time and practice and whatnot and stuff, things. Yeah, this has got to be fabulous watching. But, you know, I've heard comments, you guys like watching me do stuff, so here I am. Might need to change the saw blade eventually. Oh, almost there. There we go. All right. So we got that off. Got that shortened up. I've already kind of got a mark where I think I need to put my next 90-degree bend. We'll take her out here now that it's short enough that it'll fit. You'll see what I mean here in a second when I say fit. All right, so that one goes in that hole. Yeah. That's what we need to do. And we're mostly kind of square to the world and stuff. I might need to put a little more bend in the first bend back there by the controller. Or not. Just, I guess it all kind of depends on where I put where I drill. So when I got the tractor, they had made a deal up here with a short rod. This contraption thing to get this rod out of the leg room, which I kind of get. I can see how that might be a pain in the ass, but trying to go back original-ish. So I don't know. But what they had done is they had drilled a hole out away from the end to space. Instead of being right up against the thing, they spaced it out a little bit, which I might do to get me out here a little bit. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'll put a cotter pin, blah, blah, blah. Yep, I think that's what we're gonna do. So, next big thing is, we'll probably shorten that tip off because I don't need that much going through. Next thing is going to be making sure that the bottom bend is, parallel to the top bend. So anyway, I'm going to do a little heating and beating and we'll see what happens. So I'll be back. All right, back on the 52R, working on this control rod. You saw me cut it off the length, and I was going to show you me heating it up, but basically took the torch, heated it up, bent over 90 degrees. I was hoping that my center point would kind of be in this black where they had marked it, and we are. So I've got some more marks on here. I got mark back here where we're going to cut it off. A couple more marks where we're going to drill some holes, put some cutter pins in there. Same back here. See that or not? Yeah. We're gonna cut some of that off as well. I think it's about as good as I can get. It doesn't interfere with the clutch, I don't think. It doesn't interfere with the clutch. It's going to be, my leg's going to have to go over it. I think that's the way it was. Because I don't think, unless I put a bend in here, went over here and another big bend out to get around, I just don't see, and I don't think that's how, from what I've seen from factory manuals and stuff, this is pretty close. We're going to call it close enough for now. So anyway, I did tune on a little bit more, adjusting carburetor after the timing tuning. Dinner's ready, so I'm gonna go eat, and I'll come back out and we'll. I think I'll drill the holes before I cut that stuff off. I think that way I got a little more, meat to put down on the bench or on the vise table. Anyway, yeah, that's where we're at on the old 52R. Yeah, and let's move this out of the way. I'm not sure how that depth stop's supposed to work, because oh, party foul. Yeah, there's just not. I don't know. We'll figure it out, whatever. And maybe there wasn't supposed to be a depth stop. I don't know. I hope there is, because eventually I want to get the rest of the correct 3-point put together so we can get the correct 3-point mounted plow on the back of this thing and make this a plow day fun toy. But anyhow, for now, I'm gonna go see what Mama has cooked for dinner. I'll be back. All right, back out in the garage. I worked on the 8 mile R. Finished up some details here on the lift control rod. I never think to grab the camera before I start, but I've already got. You see that on this end? I've already drilled 2 small holes. Get to the other end now. Turn around, see what we're doing here. Line up. See what I'm doing. So I got my automatic center punch. I hope we hit it where we want it. And oh, come on, reload. All right, one there. See if we can get this one up on top better. Can't see what I'm doing because I got big fat finger in the way. Alright, so there's little prick marks. If you really want to watch, I can get the tripod. You want to watch? You do? Alright, fine. This will be riveting. Drill right down to the nitty gritty on that one. Let's see. Let's we're gonna make this thing shorter. So we get down here kind of where I'm working. Supposed to be short and stuff. Crank this down. But behind the scene footage you don't get from the professional YouTube guys. Alright, so stick you in there. Can you see what we're doing? Nope, you're not even looking the right way. And with the lighting you probably can't see anything anyway, so let's take you over here. Now what can you see? We want to look at that. Not so much that. Nope, the other. There. All right. Well, hopefully you can kind of see. I'll probably just show one of these. Anyway. press rather than a big one because, well, my big one, Chuck, won't clamp down on drill bits this small, which is slightly unfortunate. I guess maybe I should have before I drill all these holes, check to make sure the hole size I picked is big enough for my smallest cotter pins, split pins, whatever you want to call them. Anyway, a hole this size I really should be running the drill faster. So to make up for it, I'm just not forcing it. It's all about speeds and feeds. If you don't have the speed, don't give it the feed. Alright, and that's all the way through. Alright, it didn't take so long. We'll do both. You get to watch both holes being created. And I am going to cut a little bit off the end of this one. Just because I can. Anyway, if you guys watch my videos, Indiana, Pennsylvania, whatever area, Plain City, Ohio, this coming weekend. Actually, I think the show starts tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Plain City, Ohio. Feature Moleens. That's why I'm trying to get this one done so I can get it over there. All right. We got holes. Can you see that? No, you can't see that. We got holes. So anyway, you don't need to see me hacksawing this off. I'm gonna cut this off. And then frame, yeah, ow, that's, cut this off right in there somewhere. And then we'll get some washers and some cotter pins and get this thing on there. All right, I got the holes drilled out. And yeah, I should have checked the size of the drill bit I was using, because I went to put it on the tractor and I did not like how small of a pin it would fit. So, well, point the camera at what you're doing there, dummy. Anyway, didn't like how small the pin was going to be, so trial and error, we opened it up a little bit more and slightly bigger diameter pin. Let's see. I don't think I'm done here yet. Gotta get this one. Well, you can get down in there. Maybe from the backside. Hard enough to do without the camera. I'm trying to work the pliers with one hand. Did that work? Did I get it? Yeah, that one's bent. Can I get the others? Oh my gosh. I may just have to be satisfied with just one side being bent on this one. And wait a minute. Ha, there. Alrighty. Well, I think that is going to wrap it up. I'd really like to be able to knock them hubs loose and slide that in and narrow it up so it'd fit on the trailer better, but it does fit between the fenders just fine, especially if I get her lined up right. But anyway, I think we're going to call this project done until I can get the correct piece that comes down there and the bar that goes to the back, and the correct pieces that go here, so we can get the correct quick hitch rear thing put on here so that it's actually got the Moline hitcher 3-point hitch on it. We are not going to put their cobble together thing back on there and try and rip the seat off after all the work we went to get the bolts back in it. We're just going to run her like that and call her good. So yeah, Plain City, Ohio, we are just about ready to head your way. So anyway, late model 52R. I'll be back.